everybody, welcome to Six Pack MD. I'm here gonna do a review on the Step 1 exam that I took last week, and also just in my opinion what you guys need to do in order to do well on Step 1 and pass. First off, the Bible. Thing that medical student need first in order to succeed in your Step 1 journey. This is it right here. First Aid USMLE Step 1. 99.9% of medical students know that this book is a must-have in order to do decent or at least pass Step 1. I got the 2013 version, but I'm sure they are 2014 right now, and maybe eventually 2015, and you guys should always get the latest version of the First Aid book. First Aid comparison to Step 1. As you guys know, in my last video, there are 46 questions each block. Everything is randomized. Physiology, pharmacology, anatomy, pathology, pathophys, all those stuff. Now, going through First Aid and be very familiar with First Aid alone will get you the easier questions that comes up, and you guys cannot miss the easy questions on Step 1, because trust me, the harder questions, you're gonna be there and you're gonna sit there for a minute thinking about it. So the easy questions you cannot miss. All the easy questions that you can answer right in Step 1, it all comes over in here, in my opinion. It all comes from First Aid, the easy question, especially psych. Psych is just, whoa, when I took it, psych was simple, easy, Asperger's, autism, personality disorder, defense mechanism, everything is all in here for the easy questions. Now, for the harder questions, I believe you have to tap into your knowledge of your first 2 years of medical school. And also, Uworld helped a lot. So that's what I'm going to talk about next, is Uworld. Uworld, many people say, do it twice. Alright? Do Uworld twice, and you should be okay. I did Uworld once because I didn't have time to go over it again. But to do Uworld correctly, I would suggest 1. Start off with 46 questions, or that's a block of questions of Uworld, every day. 1 hour, 46 questions before you start studying. Then after, take a break. Take 5-10 minute breaks, and then go through the questions that you got wrong and you got right, because they're going to be, the explanation is gold. The explanation is going to help you do well on the harder and the normal portion of the Step 1. So Uworld, must. It's a must. Now I'm going to talk about DIT, Kaplan, Pathoma, and I'm not sure about Grogan, but I heard a lot of people are doing that too. Now, I did DIT and I did Pathoma. I did some Kaplan only when I needed it. Because Kaplan explains very well, but it goes way too in-depth, more than what you need to know. But the fact that they go in-depth with it helps with the explanation, why is this and why is that. It helps with the explanation of the whole subject itself. Now, DIT is good to refresh your memory. Pathoma is good. Kaplan is good. But I would suggest, if you guys are short on time, I would not do DIT, Kaplan, or Pathoma if you're short on time. Because, well, like I said earlier, First Aid and Uworld are all you really need to pass Step 1. And to do well, that's just test-taking skills, man. Because to be honest, knowing all the information, sometimes the answer is just confusing, and it also takes stamina to do well in Step 1. So, DIT, Kaplan, Pathoma. Do it if you have time. If not, I would suggest don't do it. But then again, this is all what I think and it's my opinion on the subject. Alright, so NBMEs. I would definitely do them. Do how many of them you guys ask? Well, to me it depends. How do you guys feel about it? But I would definitely do at least 2 or 3 just to be in that test mode that you're in, you know, before you go on and actually take step 1. NBME comprised of everything that you've been reading up on and some things that really I have no idea what they're talking about. But definitely do them. Definitely helps. And to go over them, would you go over them? Well, I didn't even really go over them because the questions, the answers are not 100% correct. Even if you go online, look at the form. When you go online, look at the forum, the answers are not 100% correct. So I didn't really bother with them because, hey, if not everything is correct, I don't know which one it is, even though majority of them are, I don't want to waste my time doing it. I'd rather be reading first aid all over again, you know, for like the 10th time or something. But definitely NBMEs, I would definitely do them at least a month before you take your step 1. You know, do one the first week, second week, third week, the last one 5 days before you take your step 1. Overall, I think the things that the professor taught us in the first 2 years of medical school, that would be a good chunk of how well, if you remember, a good chunk of how well you're going to do on your step 1 exam. Now, if any one of you guys are like me, I just, I didn't really study that much. I did okay and I did well on some exam, just to pass with a decent GPA. Did not really put all of those into a long term. Yeah, some of it went long term, but most of it didn't. So it took me a minute to try to understand everything again and just connect the dots. You just connect them. But if I could do it, you guys can do it too. And for those of you that have been putting things in long-term memory in the first 2 years of med school, and good for you, man, because you guys are definitely gonna do well, do okay on step 1. But doesn't mean you get slack. Does not mean you get slack at all. Still do first aid as many times as freakingly humanly possible. Uworld twice if you can. Go over the questions. Again, DIT to supplement anything that you miss. Pathoma, Kaplan if you just certain topics that you're confused about. And what I say at the end, NBMEs to help prepare you for that long ass exam. So I hope this review was a little helpful to you guys. If you guys have any questions, you guys can just comment below, or you guys can email me at sixpackmd@gmail.com. Or if you guys want me to do anything else, to ask us any questions about the exam or whatnot, you guys can just keep in contact with me, and I will get back to each and every one of you whenever I can. Everything's going pretty slow right now. I'm just getting some errands in for Ross, so then I can finally go to Florida. But everything seems coming together, and my shows, been doing morning fastest cardio every day for 30 minutes, and been dieting pretty well, working out pretty hard. So hopefully come out. If you guys are in Florida for 5th semester, come out to my next show. It's on November 29th. I will let my friends, you guys know again where it's going to be, but it's November 29th. The pre-judging is at 10 a.m. and final, which most of the people go to final judging, is at 6 p.m. November 29th. I will remind you guys again. So come support me and hopefully get to take first this time. Later, guys.